Hi, today we will discuss about turbine lubricating oil system, turbine lube oil system, especially in power plants area. Because power is the backbone. Power backbone is the backbone of any economy. So if there is no power, no economic activity can expand. So that's why we are talking about the lubricating oil system for gas turbines and other major machines in power plants. Maybe there are different plants also, the steel plants and cement plants, but we are talking about the power plants because power is the major driving force for any industries and economic activities. Now let us delve into the six most important tips for keeping the lubricating oil system healthy, including the governing oil system in especially the gas turbines and steam turbines. Now, turbine oil is a specialized lubricating oil used in various types of turbines, like your gas turbine, your steam turbine, your hydro turbine, like this. Now, the formulation of the lube oil for this particular services are typically suited to meet the requirement for the high-speed machines, right? So, this is the thing we have to understand first. Now, what we want to discuss about is that what are the functions of the lubricating oils in the machines. There are basically three things which we need to discuss. First, it reduces the friction between the rotary parts and the fixed element of the turbines, like your journal and the bearing. Generator is journal and the bearing and thrust bearing. Now number two, it reduces the wear, heat and improves the efficiency. Number three, it removes the heat from the bearing, which is generated by friction between the bearing and the shaft, and conducted or the heat can be conducted from the steam or hot flue gases, hot air to the bearing and the shaft. That has to be removed. So this is removed by the lubricating oil. Now this lube oil is designated to provide or designed to provide a lubricating protection against the corrosion, resistance to the oxidation and thermal degradation. This is three functions. Again, this is protecting against the corrosion, resistance to the oxidation and number three, thermal degradation. These three functions also it do. So turbine oil consists basically of the base oil, which is often highly refined mineral oil, and a package of additives that enhances the performance. So this is the thing, the mineral oil and a package of additives added to it. Now to ensure the highest reliability in the lube oil system in both steam and gas turbines, the regular maintenance and operational observations are critical, because if you can't observe on daily basis, on every shift basis, what will happen? Something is going wrong, which is going unnoticed and finally creating a devastating situation, right? Now here are some 6 essential tips. So if we tell you tip number one is you have to do a regular oil analysis, lubricating oil analysis and monitoring. So regular lubricating oil analysis is a combination of in-house and a third-party laboratory analysis in the external laboratory that helps to detect the contaminants, degradation, wear particles, which could lead to premature equipment failure. Now, premature equipment failure is basically a forced outage. The forced outage means unnecessary loss of money, and loss of money is loss of profit, and you are not able to serve your customers because of the downtime of the machines. So above observations can be done every day on a shift basis, like your emulsification, lube oil leakage, all these things has to be checked. Third party lube oil analysis can be done half yearly or yearly, and there are some criteria which tests can be done half yearly and which tests can be done yearly, right? So in-house analysis, where minimum facilities are required for every power stations, I will recommend the minimum things are test of water content, how much ppm of water is there, acid number, total acid number 10, and the viscosity. These are the minimum required things you have to do in your in-house situation. Other analysis can be done minimum quarterly, like watt particles, cleanliness code, NAS or ISO class, flash point, air release rate. Some analysis can be done once in a year, like oxidation stability test, RP, VOT test, rotating pressure vessel oxidation test, etc. Now, number 2 tips. Number 2 is identify and eliminate the leakage. This is the most important tip. Every day you have to check it. So, lube oil leakage can have a significant and devastating effect on the equipment, bearings, governing system of the turbine control part, and oil servation can also lead to damage of the oil pumps. Now, the following areas are most common of the sources of leakages, that bearing seals, oil supply lines, valve connections, cooler tube joints, oil supply line vents passing or not, and then oil supply drain line passing. So all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these are to be checked on a daily basis. Now maintain the optimal oil quality. After that, you have to maintain the optimal oil quality. It is the number 3. Number 3, the use of OEM. Use only the OEM, original equipment manufacturers recommended lube oil, which is or its equivalent is the first condition. You cannot change the thing, otherwise it can have a different effect on the total lubricating oil system. The clean, high quality oil ensures clean and high quality oil in your system. It ensures that the operation and reducing wear on the bearings and gears. Use high quality turbine oils, specification oils, proper viscosity. You have free from contaminants. NAS class 6 for the lubricating oil, NAS class 5 for the governing system oil, and you have a oil filtration system online and offline, and oil filters correctly. That's the thing. It is always desirable that power generating stations and captive power plants and cogen power plants should have minimum oil testing equipments like water content, viscosity, and online cleanliness meters. NAS class testing meters must be available. This will give you a lot of information. Oil had the devastation. Replace or top up the oil as per the OEM recommendation only. Number 4. Number 4 is again a important parameter. It is the inspect and replace the filters regularly. The lubricating oil filters, it is coming from the lubricating oil tank, lube oil tank, to the forwarding pumps to main oil tank. Main oil tank, it is distributed to the different circuits. So you have a oil filters in between the systems. So oil filters has to be checked. Oil filter delta P across the oil filters has to be checked, and it plays a major role. Hence, it is utmost necessary that the filter delta pressure across the oil system, if it reaches the first euro level, it should be change over the filter, take out the filter, and inspect the filter. In my career, in my experience of 36 plus years experience, sorry, I have seen that in most of the cases, what happens, the delta P meter, either it is showing wrong, or what happens, the filters get busted, cracked. That's why you are not able to supply the oil in the different areas. So you must be taking care of the things. Now, selection of the filters is the most important. It must be done very carefully, and that is to be done also as per the guidance of the OEM, original equipment manufacturer. Now, the filters prevent the debris and the contaminants which is circulating through the system, and the differential pressures are most important. And sometimes when you take shutdown of the total premises, you can clean the lubricating oil storage tanks, lubricating oil tanks, etc., and clean the pump filters. Number 5, ensure proper oil temperature control. So, the maintaining the proper oil temperature control is very much essential and should be adequate, giving adequate lubrication. At high lower temperature, what will happen? The viscosity of the oil decreases and leading to inadequate lubrication, increased wear on the bearings and the components, and potential component damage, and in service cases could even result in turbine shutdown due to high oil temperature. Protection: check the oil coolers to ensure that they are working efficiently. Maintain the oil temperature within the manufacturer's recommendation, may be material 50 to 65 degrees centigrade max, and ensuring that the main lube oil tank heater is in off condition, and while lube oil temperature is more than 30 degrees centigrade in general cases. Number 6, detect the oil in the regular basis. The oil detection is the most important thing, because water ingress in the lubricating oil can cause a devastating effect. Hence, the operation and maintenance department should take regular observations daily round to take the lube oil tank gauge glasses and lube oil side glasses to see that if there is any change of the color in the lubricating oil system, lubricating oils or not. Normally, water ingress point should be is normally from the lube oil coolers, where the water pressure is more than the lubricating oil pressure, and if there is any leakage in the system, the water ingress into the lube oil and your lube oil is getting emulsified. So emulsification means the total bearing pressure, it cannot withstand always. The film lubrication is getting breakdown position sometimes if it is too much emulsified. The steam leakage from the steam turbine glands can also sometimes goes into the lubricating oil system. The vent and breather is not working, then the moisture can be absorbed in the lubricating oil system and make up oil could have more moisture than the required. So it is necessary to measure the moisture in the makeup oil before top up. So if the water cannot be separated from the oil, free water or oil in water emulsion is created and may interfere with the film lubrication process. The moisture ingress, I told you, can increase the rate of oil oxidation in the lubricating oil system, rust and corrosion, and creating sludge in the governing oil system also. So water level should be kept between the 200 to 500 ppm in the gas turbines and steam turbines, but it depends on the recommended manufacturer's operation. So with these inputs, keep your robust system in a healthy and robust condition and maintain so that no unnecessary breakdown is there. Hello, I am Vivek Roy. I am a power and energy specialist last 36 years, and I am a emotional intelligence coach from Dr. Daniel Goleman, and a motivator and coach. Thank you very much. See you in next video.